Hi, welcome to Soundscapes. I'm your host, Kat. On today's show, we're going to be doing something a little different. We have an interview with blues guitarist John Nitzinger, who's played for the Blood Rock as well as Alice Cooper, and is currently working on a blues project, Nitzinger. So here he is with the rest of the band.
We're going to dive back a little bit and start with, I guess, one of your earliest bands that I guess you were recording with. I guess, is that Blood Rock, the first band that you...
Yeah, Blood Rock. I wrote most of their, half of their material in the early 70s, you know, when we came out of the cellar. It was an infamous place in Fort Worth and Houston. And
okay.
Yeah, in Texas anyway. Yeah, and so I hooked up with Blood Rock there and wrote some songs for them, and that's what got me my first solo.
Okay. Now I remember seeing some of the solo stuff back whenever I was younger. My uncle had some of your albums, so I remember that. And I guess that was through some of the mid to late 70s stuff? Or?
Yeah.
And,
early 70s into the mids, and right on through. I started out with Capitol, you know, and then in 76 I went on to 20th Century and Warner Brothers. So I did some things with Alice, you know, in there.
Yeah. Now is that how is it through Warner Brothers that you met him, or was it through a mutual acquaintance?
No, I met through a mutual acquaintance, Carl Palmer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yeah.
And I put together a band and went to Europe and worked on an album over there, and I met a bass player through him that wound up playing with Alice later that called me later. So through all those people, through the Carl Palmer thing, I wound up meeting
Well,
Alice.
if it was that late into it, then it definitely wasn't Atomic Rooster. What was the deal you were doing with Palmer?
Oh, it was called 1 p.m.
Okay.
It was a avant-garde thing, really off the wall.
Sort of like a King Crimson type deal or something?
Well,
or?
I really don't know what it was, and we never found out. You know, we tried for a year to figure out what it was, and we finally figured out it wasn't. And so we moved to England, we moved to Germany, we did an album, we spent $1 million, and it was a terrible album.
And was this pretty much after Carl and them had given up a little bit on ELP after the Love Beach album?
Yeah, they gave up on the ELP, and it was just before Carl got Asia together.
Okay.
So it was right in that gap.
So it's like between 78 and 82 then.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't remember that one, but, you know, I've kept up with Carl quite a bit too. I've always enjoyed his stuff.
Yeah.
So through him then you met Alice, and then you were on, is it just the one album, Zipper Catch Your Skin?
Yeah, that's the only one I wrote with him on. We did the what's the name of that tour?
The Special Forces?
Yeah, I joined him on the Special Forces tour when that album came out.
Okay, because I was looking through the new Dale Sherman book and I didn't see your name in the tour roster they had there, but so I wasn't for sure if you were on that or not.
Yeah, well, Special Forces, we had a lot of casualties, you know. So.
Well, it's from that album cover with the swords on it, you know.
Yeah, we had a lot of heavy casualties. So.
Well, and y'all didn't even actually do a tour for Zipper, right?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
No, we've been on the road 3 years with Special Forces, and then we came off the road and did Zipper, and then everybody went home to get some rest.
Okay. And that album was actually quite different. Well, not quite different, but it was when Alice was moving out of doing, he was going more a little, I guess, popish, sort of like how Kiss and everybody was doing at that time too, and kind of gotten away from some of his thematic stuff, I guess. But
yeah, we were just experimenting with some different kind of, you know, looking for something new, and Alice is one that's always looking for something new.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I believe it's let's see, what song is it? Zorro's Ascent that you helped write. There's especially towards the end there, part of the riff in that reminds me of Cold Ethel. I mean, is that something that it was meant to, or is that something maybe I'm just picking up accidentally, or?
Oh, I don't know. You're liable to run across a riff every now and then. It sounds like something you did before. It's all been done, you know. I wasn't aware of that.
Well, to me, I was listening to it again last night just to, you know, catch up on it, and it reminded me of that, and I'm going, you know. So, and you know how Alice does so much tongue-in-cheek stuff, so I'm like, well, maybe they did it on purpose.
Yeah. Well,
So
He threw a lot of things in there on purpose, yeah.
And so after you got through touring with Alice, where'd you go from there?
I came back to Texas and just took off for a while. After that long on the road, I was fried, man. I had to come home and chill and get myself back together and do a little self-inner.
Well, that was also, I don't know if you were doing it, but that was during some of Alice's heaviest partying days too.
So right at the end of that tour was the heaviest party days for all of us.
Okay.
and that's what I meant when everybody went home. Everybody went home and regrouped, and that's what my addiction. I took those few years off there to get over my alcohol and drug addiction, and several other people have too. And we're all kicking it today and living sober. So that's changed my life a lot. That's where I went between 80 and 90, right in there. I was dealing with all that.
So when the 90s hit, did you remain in this area, or were you doing some studio work? Or?
Yeah, I did some studio work and produced some other albums for some people and write songs and do some arranging and stuff, just musical stuff.
Okay.
It's not necessarily in the spotlight.
Well, we'll bring the other guys into it. Why don't we let everybody introduce themselves, your current band here.
Hey, Bob Spoon, bass player.
Tex Dumplings on the drums here.
Alias Randy Panda. Albert Berber on keyboard.
Go. And how long has this lineup been together?
I've been hooked up with John for about 4 years. We put this thing together 4 years ago. Started out at a jam, and John was ready to get back into it seriously again. And the jam sessions turned into at least me playing bass for him, and kind of the way this whole thing came together.
And were y'all just like session musicians or local musicians?
Local
or have
musicians.
y'all had some background as well in some of the major acts?
No real major acts for me, just a lot of local bands and some session work and a little studio here and there, and a few original attempts with some other bands, but mainly cover, that kind of thing, just local guy.
I'm not sure, you look very familiar, so I don't know if I've seen you in another band or maybe just
Well,
at
I don't
clubs or
know.
something.
When's the last time you was in an all-night donut shop?
Guess I've been in an all-night donut shop.
Well, there you go.
Closest I get's Awful House.
Awful House, yeah. I opened one of them in Mississippi one time. I don't know. You don't look familiar to me.
It's just maybe it's just that face. I don't know. But
I've known John Nitzinger since the early Cellar days, and that goes back to mid-'60s, early '60s. He went off with Alice Cooper, and I went and started playing colored and western. So, been doing my credits probably range from Elvin Bishop to Delbert McClinton to Ernest Tubb. So
wow,
that's about what I used to do.
Man.
And I went out with Brooks and Dunn for a long time, and well, not a long time, about 6 months, and got tired of that. But Ronnie Dunn's an old friend of mine. I've known him a long time, and it was fun being with him again. But the John man got a hold of me not too long ago and said, let's go play some rock and roll. And so here we are, downtown Dallas live. And it's raining.
Yeah.
But, you need to talk to old Albert down there. He's got a story for you.
We're passing the mic down here.
What story you got?
And I haven't been up here to look at it. You got a B3 or a C3?
That's
going?
an M3 Hammond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with a 145 Leslie. I met up with John a long time ago, back in the Cellar days, back in the early 60s. The way I got with him this time was they were doing a jam with Buddy Miles and asked me to sit in on keyboard. And we just kind of got along real good, and he asked me if we wanted to try something. So we've been 4 years now, kicking it.
Okay. Yeah, Buddy's pretty cool. I like his stuff, man, because I grew up in Arkansas, so a lot of him. I used to hang out in Memphis all the time. So, you know, I've ran into BB. That could be. I met well, the band I used to have back in the 80s, we opened for John Kilzer and Tora Tora before they ever became names. Now that they're not a name anymore, but kind of disappeared. But so, you know, some of the past goes back to there. But yeah, met BB out there, met Muddy Waters out there before he passed away and stuff. So, you know, it's.
Memphis half the town. I could live there.
Oh, I love it down there. Used to hang out at the Peabody Hotel down on Bill Street all the time.
Take it away, Tex.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming by. Good seeing you. Hey, there's a guy with a Nitzinger shirt on. Good seeing you. How you doing?
But y'all, evidently, you must have a pretty good fan base. Some guys here that told me that you were going to be here tonight were mentioning that y'all, I guess, are regulars down like at Blue Cap Blues, I guess, or that you play there most of the
Never played there.
Never?
Never have.
Okay.
Hopefully soon.
No,
What's it? Classic City Rock Cafe. It's pretty cool.
I haven't been in Dallas. I haven't been to Dallas in a long time too. I've been hanging over in Fort Worth, is where I'm from.
Okay.
And getting this together. And Dallas, Fort Worth is a big difference.
Yeah.
But I've been hanging around over there, and we're doing a little circuit around Texas and going out and playing Denison and Denton and stuff, and just getting our act together, you know, and figuring out where we want to go, what we want to do. And with that new CD, Fingers in the Fan, my last one, we got a good start on our sound, and we're looking forward to doing another one here pretty soon.
How many recordings has this lineup done together?
We did 2 albums with this lineup, except for Panda. He joined us on the last album. And yeah, the Did You Miss Me album and Fingers in the Fan.
Okay. So if you're staying around Fort Worth, what?
So we're creeping towards Dallas now. We're ready to start breaking out.
If you jump from Fort Worth down to the middle of downtown Dallas, that's more than creepy. You skip some of the places like Edgar's out there in Louisville.
Yeah.
But so where are y'all playing as far as like in the Fort Worth area? If anybody wanted to catch y'all out there, is there any?
Well, we play out of I play out Stumpy's in Arlington, and you know, just little places that are comfortable. You know, no big deal. We're just trying to hone our show and get it together, and we're talking to LA.
Did you ever get a
Hollywood
chance to slide over the
again.
Caravan, or?
Not yet. We're just kind of easing into it. You know, no big pressure deal.
I'll tell you what, that place has the best sound of any small venue around here. That'd be great for some of y'all stuff, I think. But so you got the new album out, and did y'all record it locally, or did you go out?
Yeah, I recorded in Fort Worth. Yeah.
Okay.
At Eagle Audio over there. Yeah. Jeff Ward, good man, good engineer. Hey Jeff.
You rock.
All right.
And how long has this been?
And you can get it on the website, nitzinger.com.
Okay.
Check that out.
In case people can't read this, it's Nitzinger. We'll put it up on the, when we edit this, we'll stick it up there on the screen for people to see.
All right.
And I believe somebody's telling me that you're also being distributed through, is it Jim?
Jim, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the name I remember from the old days back when Larry Fast from Synergy used to do his distribution through Jim and some of the other guys off Passport Records.
Yeah, that's just, you know, I like it. It's just no nonsense. There it is.
So stuff you're talking about with like LA and stuff, are y'all looking for some type of record deal out there?
Yeah, we're looking it over. We're talking to some people, you know. I don't have anything real definite right now, but we're talking to some people about a major distribution and major tour, doing a Texas Tornado tour and stuff like that. So we got some things in the works.
Well, I know I've talked to a lot of bands in the past who may have been reuniting or something of that nature, and of course they're attempting to make some type of a comeback or the case may be. Some of them say it's been great, some of them say it's been a hassle because people may know who they are, and they say it's harder because they do know who they are, instead of if they have been fresh-faced walking in. Are you finding that kind of problem with
Well, I'd like to answer that question if I may. I think one of the things about John is he's such a diverse songwriter that his songs, even some of the old hits he had, Are You With Me, Louisiana Cockfight, those still work today. And he's writing new stuff all the time, and he can really cover everything from country to kind of almost soul, blues, and rock, and he's real diversified in what he can do. So I still think the door is wide open for a wide variety of music that we're capable of doing. Albert's Hammond, you get a Hammond in there, that helps. You know, it's a classic sound, but you know, there's still not really anything that sounds any better than a Hammond. Yeah. For almost all purposes of music. So we're looking forward to maybe getting back in the studio pretty soon. People in LA want 5 or 6 more songs, and
that's a good sign.
Yeah. We will be talking to Jeff and again about some time pretty soon. We've already kind of run through a few basics with him. They want some more material, and I'm sure there'll be some kind of compilation put together from all that.
Well, on a show like this, I mean, I know y'all gotta get around, get ready here, but are you doing all original material, or are you taking some of your old songs?
All original, and I really like John saying.
No copy tunes.
When somebody comes up and they say, you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan or Leonard Skinner or, you know, Freebird.
Well, I meant more like if he did any of the old Blood Rock or any of the old Cooper type stuff.
Not even any spin-offs. We have an arrangement. They don't play ours and we don't play theirs.
Okay. Well, you know, give the title one more time here for everybody who's watching.
Title of what?
Of the album.
Oh, the new album is Fingers in the Fan.
And they can get it on your website.
You can get it on the website. Yeah.
And I guess are any of the locals like Bills or anybody? Do you have them carrying it yet?
I don't know. They might.
Okay.
I don't know.
So at least they can find it on the website, and if they go there,
you go there and you can write me personally, and I'll fill you in on the rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come to your house or something.
Well, there you go, folks. You can have your own private party there.
Why not? Yeah.
Well, look forward to seeing the show
thank
tonight,
you
and we appreciate your time.
All right.
You can catch Nitzinger in the Dallas-Fort Worth area at local bars and clubs. Right now, we're going to leave you with some live performance footage from the Classic City Rock Cafe in Deep Ellum. Thank you for watching Soundscapes. This is Kat saying bye-bye.
Thank you, and away we go. Get funky, y'all. I say I'm looking for a love, make me feel like a man. I got so many others, baby, got the golden frying pans, got a cute and no domestic, got the houses and the kids, and they can get you arrested, just cause you're married to me. Just put me on an airplane. Don't tell me where it goes. I wanna change everything, baby. Gonna buy some brand new